Hey there, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. I am Shady. You are in the zone. Greetings from the beautiful Colorado Rocky Mountains. Ah, doesn't it feel good? It feels good, doesn't it? Today I woke up and things just felt better. I hope that there are those of you out there that are getting over your inauguration day hangovers because I know there were some of y'all out there that celebrated yesterday. I did too. Actually, Mrs. Shady called her mom last night. Her mom is 80 something years old, and she was having people coming over to the house. It was just kind of this instant party that happened that they were having. They were bringing wine, they were bringing food, and all that stuff. So here we are, and this is the day after inauguration. Trump signed so many executive orders yesterday. It blew my mind. I mean, I got tired. I got tired of watching all the stuff that was going on. But it seems like it is a new day in this country. It seems like we are standing at the beginning of, as Trump said it, a golden age. We'll see. We'll see. Because here in the state of Colorado, we still got problems going on, y'all. And I'm sure that Colorado is not the only place, but seeing that I live here, I'm going to showcase it as much as possible because we have got politicians in this state that are doing the flip flop, they're doing the dance, they're doing anything that they can do. And some of them it's sort of explainable because there's some of them, well, take this guy right here. For those of you who don't know, this fella right here is Jared Polis. He is the governor of Colorado, and he is the very first openly gay governor in the United States of America. I guess he checked some boxes, didn't he? Nobody cares. Dude, seriously, I don't care who you sleep with. I don't care what your sexual preference is. What I care about is how you run my state. And this guy, for the past almost 8 years, has been doing a bang up job of flushing Colorado straight down the toilet. Now, right now, we got a bill that is going through legislature. It started in the Senate. I covered it on my last video. SB 2025-003, or as some people are calling it, SB 25-003. I went into the details on the bill the last time around. Um, so far, when these kind of obnoxious little bills have came up, this guy has said that he wasn't going to sign them. See, Jared there, that little porker, Jared there has got aspirations for someday being the president of the United States. When he got elected as governor, he bought the rights to the website President Polis or Jared Polis President or something like that. For those of you who don't know, he was the founder of, what was the name of it? Blue Mountain Greeting Cards. It was one of the first online greeting card companies where you could go online, pick out a nice little card, set it up, put names on it and all that stuff, customize it a little bit, and send it to somebody. And it was free. He did it for advertising. He sold that, made millions of dollars, yada, yada, yada. This is the way it goes. But so far, despite everything that he's done wrong, and there's a lot of things this dude has done wrong, he has been very, very hesitant about backing or signing any kind of legislation on gun control until now. Because, let me see if I can pull this up. Oh, there it is. I did a good job on that one. It surprises. Jared Polis reveals his stance on gun, labor, and housing bills before the Colorado legislature this year. And it's like I said, this is from the Colorado Sun, and it's a very reputable the Colorado Sun. It's a very reputable newspaper here in Colorado, but they did run this article, And seeing that we are talking about guns, there's another picture of the Jasper right there. Let's go into this just a little bit. Governor Jared Polis, in an interview with the Colorado Sun on Thursday, offered new insight into his position on some of the most contentious bills that will be debated in the Colorado legislature this year. These include measures on guns, labor, and housing. Here's what the Democrat said during his appearance at the Sun's event previewing of the 2025 legislative session. I cannot read to save my life today, y'all. Um, Polis isn't fundamentally opposed to proposed ban on banning manufacture sale of certain semi-automatic weapons. I suppose Polis hasn't been fundamentally opposed to any of these bills that have come across his desk or threatened to come across his desk, but up until now, he's pretty much said, no, it's a no-go on it. Anyway, Polis said that while a ban on the manufacture and sale of semi-automatic firearms with a removable ammunition magazine isn't his preferred method of tackling gun violence, he's not fundamentally opposed to the idea. Still, the Democrat was non-committable. He's still non-committable on whether he would sign Senate Bill, they just call it Senate Bill 3. Like I said, it's the Colorado Sun, folks. Um, was not committed on whether he would sign Senate Bill 3 should it pass this year and make it to his desk. The measure would affect the manufacture and sale of most semi-automatic rifles and shotguns with removable magazines, along with some semi-automatic pistols. Um, that statement is wrong in two ways. First of all, um, it won't affect the sale and manufacture of rifles and shotguns with removable magazines. It will make them illegal. Okay. This bill says that the magazine has to be attached to the firearm, along with some semi automatic pistols. Most of your semi automatic pistols are not powered by gas, and that's the ones that this bill is going after. So, as introduced, the legislation has enough co sponsors to pass the Senate. Yeah, it's already got enough co sponsors to pass the Senate. And it almost surely has enough support to clear the House, too. I want to make sure it doesn't interfere. This is so rich. I want to make sure it doesn't interfere with legal law abiding gun owners in our state for hunting, for home defense, or for sport, he said. We'll certainly bring those values to the table as the discussions continue. Um, did you catch as much crap that was in that statement as I did? What they are doing with this bill is they're saying that this is not a ban on assault weapons. That's the first thing. They're saying it's not a ban on assault weapons, that it is an expansion on thing that the bill that I think they passed in 2013, that it's on the gun magazines and their capacity, where it went from you can only have a 15 round magazine. They are saying that this is about the magazines and not about the guns. However, if they change this, it will make 95% of the semi-automatic guns in this state illegal. Now, Polis is flip-flopping on that. He's also flip-flopping on Trump's immigration policies, his deportation policies. Um, Polis, along with the governor of Illinois, actually formed this little group where they said they would fight to the bitter end on any kind of deportation thing in their precious sanctuary cities. And now, now Polis has mentioned something about he might just be willing to work with the federal government to get rid of illegal criminals in his cities. So he's doing the flippy floppy thing, just like politicians do. You see, what these guys are doing is they get up on their soapbox and they preach to their base. They tell their base exactly what they think their base wants to hear, and they go from there. They don't have the courage to stand by their convictions. And I'll give you another example, another perfect example. This guy, this is Mike Johnston, the mayor of Denver. And I mean, this guy's a perfect example of exactly what I was talking about. Except this guy, man, he is full of testosterone, machismo. You can tell by those muscles, by that deep tan. That wait a minute, I'm looking at the wrong guy. This guy looks like a undernourished Mark Zuckerberg or somebody like that. Anyway, Johnston is the one who was standing up saying that here just a few months ago. Oh well, we're going to fight. We're going to fight any sort of deportation in the city of Denver, no matter what it takes. If I have to, I'll put law enforcement on the county lines with 50,000 Denver citizens backing them up. Yada 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 yada. He was the one that got on national television and says, "Well, it's worth going to jail for, and I'm willing to go to jail over this." And then as soon as Tom Home comes on and says, "Yeah, okay, if you're willing to go to jail, then I'm willing to put you in jail for any of this." As soon as Holmes said that, my cheesemo guy over here just started backing down, flipping, flopping on everything that he can flip and flop on. Now he went, let me see if I can pull this one up. We're going to go back to that for just a second. And there we go. In DC, Mayor Johnson says he's waiting to see what Trump really does on immigration. You didn't have to wait long, did you, Mike? Because yesterday, Trump signed a bunch of executive orders on immigration. He made his plans. Trump made his plans pretty clear on what he wanted to do with immigration. But anyway, in DC, Johnson went on with this. With the second Trump administration right around the corner, now it's not right around the corner, it is today, folks. American mayors are wondering how they'll navigate expected changes in federal immigration policy that includes Denver Mayor Mike Johnston. We are paying careful attention to what is going to come in terms of both federal policy change and in terms of federal practice, he said after moderating a panel on the subject at the U.S. Conference of Mayors winter meeting in Washington, D.C. this weekend. Johnston chairs the group's Immigration Reform Task Force. There is common sense alignment. There is common sense alignment among mayors that there is a reasonable way to approach this that would help us both keep cities safe and keep families united. President-elect Donald Trump made a number of promises during the campaign around immigration and border security, which he started making come true yesterday, including in calling for mass deportation of undocumented immigrants and trying to eliminate birthright citizenship. Yep, did both of those, which is enshrined in the 14th Amendment. Okay, if you say so. This week, the man Trump tapped to be the border czar, former ICE head Tom Homan told Fox News there will be immigration raids across the country, with other news outlets reporting that raids could start in Chicago as early as Tuesday. And here stands little Mikey Johnson, the man who was beating on his chest, the man who was shouting to the rooftops that he would stand against any sort of deportation in the Denver city area, yada, 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 yada. And like I said, as soon as Tom said something about locking him up, he changed his tune real fast. And see, this guy he's probably one of the worst ones of the bunch. I mean, as far as lying, as far as being a hypocrite, he's got all that down pat. In case some of y'all did not know, here in Denver this weekend at the 16th Street Mall, which is considered the heart of Denver. I've been there before. I've had to go to court quite a few times in Denver on the side of the law, y'all. But I've had to go to court quite a few times in Denver. And a couple of those times I actually stayed on the 16th Street Mall. It's it's not the kind of mall that you would think it is. It's at one time, it was a very nice place, but even back the last time I was there, there was a lot of gangbang activity, a lot of gangbangers down there, a lot of gang activity down there, and you could see the potential of where it would go. Well, this weekend, I think there were 4 or 5 stabbings on the 16th Street Mall or in that area right around the 16th Street Mall. Now, Johnston gets on TV, and I'm going to try to find this one too if I can. Hold on. This is going to look funky for just a minute. Let me see if that got it. Yep, that got it. Now, Johnston gets on the street with the chief of police, and he rattles on and on and on about how safe Denver is, about how safe the 16th Street Mall is. This is the day after there were 4 or 5 stabbings on the 16th Street Mall or in that area. Now, one of the funniest things, and I'm going to tell y'all straight up, I stole this video from somebody else because you can't find this video on YouTube anywhere. Not that I could find. It is on X. I don't have X, so I had to go to the source. But like I said, he's been standing up here talking for 20 minutes with the police chief about how safe Denver is and how safe the 16th Street Mall is and how crime has sunk to the lowest that it's been in forever. And I just want y'all to listen. This is good. This is a passerby that comes up.
Yeah, I saw you at the parade, you fucking coward mayor. This is your fault! Crime-loving Democrats are burning this city down!
That was a guy walking by, and he just let him have it, both barrels. And I apologize for the language, y'all. I know it was a little bit rough, but you know, there's some frayed feelings in this state right now because Colorado, among all the other states, you can talk about New York, you can talk about Illinois, you can talk about Chicago. Colorado is right in the middle of this stuff, and people don't realize it because Colorado, until the Aurora thing came up with the illegal aliens taking apartment complexes hostage, Colorado didn't get a lot of national attention on just how bad the socialist Democrats, the progressives, whatever they want to call themselves, you know me, I call them communists, they didn't want to report on Colorado. And, you know, folks, it is tough for me because I have lived in this state since 1991. And it has been sad and it has been tough for me to watch this state slowly descend into what it is right now. California ain't got nothing on Colorado. New York ain't got nothing on Colorado. Illinois ain't got nothing on Colorado. But the thing about Colorado is this was a Western state, y'all. There are some old school ranchers and farmers and people that live out in the rural areas in this state that have not lost sight of what the United States of America is. There are people in this state that have not lost sight of what Colorado used to be. And there are people in this state, like I said, I've been here since 1991, but there are people in this state like me who absolutely, positively refuse to leave We refuse to leave. We refuse to lay down. We refuse to stop fighting. Because there's this thing called the American spirit that's alive and well in this state. We have beaten back these Democratic liberals for at least 2 years now on our gun rights. We turn around in 2025 and the battle has started all over again. So like I said, Trump won the presidency. Trump has signed a lot of executive orders and he's got the ball rolling. Now it is up to us, you and me, we the people. If you are in this state, now is the time that we need to get to work. I'm going to say it and say it and say it over and over and over again in these videos until people start listening. So, if you are out there and you live in Colorado right now, get on the internet, do whatever you have to do. Get some information about what's going on in this state, because the gun thing is not the only thing, but right now it is a very important thing. They started this bill off in the Senate. They have enough co-sponsors in the Senate to push it through the Senate. And if we're not very, very careful, it'll make it through the House just as well. As I said before, and I left information in the last video on how you can let your voice be heard. We have to do that. So until the next time, while I got you here, if you would please go up, subscribe to the video, push that little subscribe button, subscribe to the video. While you're doing it, go ahead and click the bell notifications. That way you know when we put out a new video. And I'm going to start trying to do a few more videos because I've been slacking here lately. I took the holidays off and then I got sick. And, you know, life interferes with YouTube sometimes. But I just want to let y'all know, I ain't going nowhere. I might be a little tardy every once in a while getting a video out, but I'm not going anywhere. Just like we, the people in the state of Colorado, we're not going anywhere. I get that on Facebook a lot because I'm not afraid to go on Johnston and Polis's Facebook pages and speak my mind. You can call it trolling if you want to. I call it spreading the truth. But I'm not afraid to get up and say it. I'm not afraid to speak my mind. And we need everybody, each and every person out there that live in this state. We need you to speak your mind. Because if we don't, we see what happens when we don't say anything. All right? They get their way. Look, I know this was a short one, y'all. But we got more coming because this ain't over. This is just getting started. But I really, really hope that this work is going to be good work, that this work is going to be fun work. It's not going to be easy work. But I hope we can all pitch in. I hope we can all come together like we have in the past, in this state and around this nation. And we can show everybody that this is the greatest country in the whole world, that we are the United States of America. We are strong. We will be secure. We will be safe. And we will be great again. Until the next time, y'all, take care of each other. God bless you. And you know, stay shady.
This is where we hold them. This is where we fight. And these shields, boys!